so.
You ordered what?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Dean Callan Show. I'm just now realizing that I haven't programmed in an angle for Bobby. These are my angles I got. I got me, and then I forgot about this angle, which was from a Zoom call that I had. And now, hey, there we go.
I'm alive, I'm bright, but I'm here.
So I will try to figure out how to get us both in the same frame. But I mean, when Bobby got here, I was like, have you eaten? Because I haven't eaten all day. And he hadn't eaten. And I mean, we can't drink on an empty stomach. So we started eating.
Yeah.
But let me see. I think I can do this. Right, so we'll undo that. And we'll cut to there.
There you go.
That's not bad, right?
Where am I? Over here. Hello.
The colors are a bit weird, but I'm going to call this the Bobby angle.
We'll take that.
I'm naming it now. All right. All right. Can you hear us? Audio's good, Bobby?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I can
Right.
hear you. I can definitely hear you.
So, oh yeah, where are we looking?
Where are we looking? You tell me. It's your cabin.
That's it.
Where are we?
See that big,
Yeah.
the big one there
Yeah,
with the
yep.
shiny front?
Yep,
That's
yep,
us.
yep. The camera.
All right.
Gotcha.
So, Bobby's a big hero of mine, right? Because I knew him when he was just a normal person, and now he's like world famous. So,
You do know that nobody in the bartending world is famous.
yeah. It just depends on the world that you live in, right? Cheers.
Cheers.
So, I've got Bobby in here. I was meant to write a bunch of questions on the board, but I didn't get round to it. So we're just gonna riff.
We ate instead.
What we get? Yeah, we ate. We had to eat, right? There's like new rule: got to eat before you do cabin fever. Oh wait, the Dean Callan Show. It's no longer cabin fever. Let me just.
You're allowed out now.
So Bobby, how good is your eyesight?
Well, yeah, mediocre. Why?
So can you see this?
Yes, I can. Do you want me to read that out?
No, it's all right.
Well, you can read. I can read that.
Daniel Kaizen says Bobby is the CL. That must be. Do you know what CL means?
I'm not cool enough to know what that is.
I have no idea either. Daniel, speak English. Like, speak not very cool people English. Like, you know, the stuff that we would know. So, Bobby, it's been a burning desire, right?
Okay, I'm worried already.
I've been dying to make a drink for someone, because I think the drink is delicious, right?
All right.
But, and I've given it to Electra, and she thinks it's delicious also. But outside of the two of us, no one else has had it.
Okay.
Right? Oh, Mitch has had it. But
Oh.
Mitch made it himself.
So
Right.
it's Mitch's drink.
No, it's not. It's developed as a result of Mitch, but it's not directly Mitch's drink.
Gotcha.
It's like me misinterpreting what Mitch was actually
Okay.
saying.
Fair enough,
right?
sir. All right.
So, if you're up for it.
Yeah, that seems like a plan.
Also, PJ, when are you gonna come on the show, bro?
Yeah.
I want to I'll make this drink with your whiskey.
PJ, this could
It'll
have
be
been you,
fun.
man.
Right, so first ingredient, Canadian whiskey, right? This is a corn whiskey, but it's aged it's got two finishes. One that's like a wine finish, and the next one is Hungarian oak to add spice.
Okay.
Right, so you got a wininess and spiciness, but it's corn whiskey. And then the next ingredient, if I can find it. Wow. I can't find it. What happened to my freaking normal martini vermouth? Oh, there it is. Yep. Happy days. I put your premix bottles in front.
I see.
Right, so this jobby here, which was in the fridge, Fernet Branca, And then, you know, everybody's favorite, Funkin' Pro. Oh, God, it looks like it's been jizzed on, Funkin' Pro. Oh, look at that. Do you see that? Do you see that?
How are there no flies in here, Dean? I don't know.
Well, I'm terrible at keeping things clean. So this is the setup, right? So you have, in each one, 1.5 ounces.
Right, so you're making 2.
I'm making 2.
You're not just equal parting 1.5 ounces of all of these, no? Don't do that.
I was just tempted to make like 1 and split it into 2 so that we could then continue to make riffs and not get like drunkenly, but I'm going to make 2. Because actually, when you taste this, you'll say stuff like, mate, this is delicious. I wish we made a full-size one, right? I think you'll say that sort of
Fair.
stuff. So, you got
Can I
this
comment?
guy.
There is a 4th person who's tried this.
Huh?
There is a 4th person who's tried
Who?
this. Mia's tried this.
When?
You made it for her when we came round for Axel's birthday.
Did I?
You did.
With this?
I don't know if it was with this. It was definitely with Canadian.
Oh, it would have been that. Damn.
But I didn't try it, so this is new to me.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You named it the Ottawa.
That's it. God, you're so good. How did Mia try it?
Because you made it for her.
I thought she wasn't drinking.
No, that was me.
So last time... Wait, so last time you weren't drinking...
Oh, no, maybe you made it for yourself and then she tried it. Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, I was pretty sure I haven't made it for anyone.
Oh, well, she definitely tried it.
Now I'm not concentrating. Now I feel like I'm making 1 by accident instead of making 2.
You're making 2, it's fine.
Oh, you're freaking me out, man. Wait.
Did you forget the fernet?
I don't think so.
You didn't. Just fucking with you.
Don't be mean. You're being mean, Bobby.
I've got my name on the episode, man. I can do what I want.
Yeah, it is your episode. It's Bobby's episode.
Should I sit here so I'm more in view? Well, I'm off camera
What,
on that
are
one
you-
now. I'm kind of here, but I'm kind of here. You see camera 3, I'm off centre, but I'm there, I'm off camera.
You're not looking at camera 3. That's what they're seeing.
Oh, then cool.
So that screen is what they're seeing.
Yep.
That's the live feed of this camera. So if I switch, like say I go to this. Right now you can see it's only me.
Yeah.
Right? But you can still see where you sit in that camera.
Well, I
right?
haven't moved, yeah.
And then when I go back, which I now can't do because I haven't set that up as a. There you go. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
I think you've just covered the comments over part of the screen. That's all.
Ah,
There you go. That makes more
yeah,
sense.
you are in. Yeah, losing my mind. Right. Yeah. See, there you go.
PJ says next week.
Right. Yeah. Let's do it, PJ. I'm in. All right. So we got these ones.
I'm excited. What?
I've seen you like sizing up the fact that the glasses were slightly different sizes. They're handmade, all these glasses, especially for the show. Right?
Oh, I believe that.
They were blown. Did you see that?
Gonna see what?
A fly? There was a fly.
Let's see.
No. Oh man. It's freaking me out. So Bobby,
Yes, chef.
you've just opened the second edition of Swift, right?
Yeah.
And you're doing coffees. How are the coffees working out?
Actually, very good. Genuinely, this is one of the things that we've never done properly. I'm not trained at coffee. None of my staff have done anything extended in terms of coffee. A lot of people have done in hotels and worked various brunch shifts and things like that. But none of us have done actual
like,
proper, like genuinely good coffee. So it was
Yeah.
so if we opened an all-day place, so we had to be good at it. So we did what we always do. We didn't overreach. We went with, okay, we're just going to go simple. We're not going to do V60s. We're not going to do AeroPresses. We're just going to do good, honest espresso, and things like that. And we got a good company to do our coffee. It's a company called Send, who are a really good company. They've got a shop based in Camden, and
So they're relatively local.
Yeah, they are. They're also completely non-profit as well. All the money that they make goes
What?
into. Yeah, they train people. Like Send's an acronym for.
How much did they pay the CEO and stuff? Like, are they on big bonuses and
I think you misunderstand the coffee world there, Tina. No, genuinely, because they
make sure everyone's got a good wage.
Yeah, they do, and they deliberately hire people with like special needs, autism, and these kind of things to work in their shops as well, because they give people a chance. They get to do that kind of thing as well, so
cool.
Which is really good. And they've helped us out massively. They really have.
So we're gonna put all these away.
Yep.
So it doesn't look all messy, right? Because I'm getting increasingly paranoid about being a messy bartender on the show.
You should not have invited me here.
Mitch gives me. I went on rematch after you, man. You dumped everything in the ice.
Well, that's not how.
I was like,
that is true. I did that.
Full bottles in the ice. He's like, he's doing this on purpose. Why does Bobby hate me? Why is he doing this to me? I'm already nervous.
Oh, you still
and
beat
then
me,
I was
didn't
like, I did beat you, Bobby. I beat everyone that day.
You did.
By fluke chance.
Cheers, man. Don't say that, man.
You have to be able to do the same thing like 3 or 4 times over. Otherwise, you fluked it. You're capable of it. No one can take that away from you.
Yeah.
So the coffee, capable coffee. You get it from the what was the name again?
Send Coffee.
Send.
Yeah, they're really good, and the beans are good, and they did proper training for us, and then they even helped us. They even sent a barista for the first week that we were open, just to kind of just basically prod us and go like, no, you shouldn't be doing that. This is what happens when this, etc., etc., etc. So, and now,
that's cool.
And now the team are actually getting very good at it. Like, I mean, the coffee is excellent, which is a good baseline, and then the team are actually getting genuinely very good at the moment. So.
Yeah, because it's like it's not too. Do you want me to remove that?
Oh yeah.
It's not too far removed from bartending. The barista world. There's like
there's a lot of crossover.
There's a lot of crossover, and also there's that whole like getting the grind right. Like
that I found out to my detriment is remarkably difficult. Mm-hmm. It really, really is. Yeah, and fortunately my team are better at it than I am now.
But that's you're the boss now, man.
Ah, I mean, I would probably rank myself as worst at making coffees in the bar. So.
Yeah, but okay, like. That's not your job anymore.
It partially is.
do you do full shifts?
Not often. I've done 1 or 2 since we opened in Shoreditch, but not a lot really.
So like okay, so when you come in to do a shift, you do a shift like everyone else. It's not a case of like undercover boss type shit.
No. I'm generally bar backing when I do these kind of things.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. Like as soon as when I got to a management position, I realized very quickly that I was doing more bar backing than I was actual bartending.
Absolutely, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when you go in your bartending,
I've not done a single bartending shift in Shoreditch yet.
Yeah, so like you're the owner, dude. That's what it is. You don't have to be the best at coffee.
No,
or is there a driving desire?
I kind of want to be good at it. It's something I've never ever been good at.
Who's the best at coffee in the venue? Because this is a difficult question. Like I think, being able to ask someone who's the best at coffee, and then for you to be able to confidently go, you know what, I think it's this person, right? It's difficult because of the connotations of like you naming someone.
Exactly.
And
that.
what
like,
that does to all the staff.
Like, I mean,
all the staff
they're now.
You thought they're the best, but
they're all quite competitive.
Exactly.
They're all quite competitive, but they're all kind of on a level playing field at the moment. So like.
So who's the best?
Fuck off. Fuck you.
It's a tough question.
It's a tough question.
You know what? I think it's important to have the confidence to be able to say, I think right now this person, but these people are doing really well as well. Who knows? Next week, could be any of them. No, and then the competitive nature that they have.
Nobody's bad, but no. Probably Coral's probably best at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, she's coffee queen at the moment.
All right, I'm going to have to go and get coffee.
Get coffee off her.
Sorry to have pushed you into that question because
that's an easy, difficult question. If
it's
you know what I mean.
It's a very difficult question when you're put on the spot to say this is the best place. Like I used to get asked all the time in front of loads of people, like, "Well, what's the best bar in such and such?" And I'm like, "What? Best bar?" And speaking of which, I did this to Mitch today.
Yeah.
I asked Mitch a very difficult question.
You did.
So coming to Mitch's minute, right? Oh. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Especially if you're from New Zealand. Anyone that's from New Zealand, don't tune out right now. I know everyone just watches 3 seconds, right? But this is going to be worth at least 100 seconds of your time. Are you ready for this? Mitch's minute.
Best bartender come out of New Zealand. Oh, fuck. Mate, you'd be remiss not to have Clarkey on there, Jason Clark. Excellent bartender, great host. Ray from down Strathmore Way. Works at Angus Store now, Ray Loader. Makes all the whiz-mickle drinks. Yeah, Ray's fucking good too. I don't think either of them are New Zealanders, but you'd have to shout out Goggins and Barney Toy, the Hobbits. They've been great ambassadors to our country. Both of the Edgerton brothers, Sam and Tom, I hope I'm saying their name right. Both of them are really, really good. But if I was going to pick number one, best bartender I could think of to come out of New Zealand would be Andy Griffin. Knows his shit, makes great drinks, knows how to push the envelope, excellent host, a lot of fun. Kiwi as fuck. I don't know where he is now. I don't know where in the world he is now, but he's a great bartender and a fucking wonderful man. I'd definitely sit in front of Andy Griffin's bar.
Do you see how smooth that was?
Flawless.
I just pressed the button there. Yeah. Mitch is looking good with that beard. Did you see the beard? It's all like super sharp and nice.
Like clean Jesus.
Yeah, he had it trimmed professionally.
Did he?
It looks really good.
Yeah, good on him. This is a lovely drink, by the way. You've done well.
I don't think this was made exactly right.
This is a TV show. You could have gotten away with that. I think it's lovely.
It's not as good as it's been before. Do you think nervous energy goes into a drink? I mean, it's still nice.
You know what? I was going to say no, but the amount of cocktail competitions I've absolutely screwed up because I've been nervous would give credence to that theory.
You know what? When I first started thinking about it, when I was working in Brisbane, Australia, I'd be bartending, and like we effectively had some cocktails that were more or less pre-batch.
Yeah, fair enough.
They had stuff ready, and we went whack, boom, right, or like whack, whack, boom, and you couldn't fuck them up. But there were nights when I was in a really good mood, and you're behind the bar, and you're like, boom, yeah, what would you like? What would you like? What would you like? Oh, boo, 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 boo. And everyone's like, oh, this drink's delicious. But when I was in a bad mood, no one complimented the drinks.
It's because you probably looked angry.
Going out to tables as well.
Okay.
Yeah, people come back and be like, they love those drinks or whatever, right? Doesn't happen when you're in a bad mood. I think energy goes into it a little bit. You know, just my own personal opinion. This could have had nervous energy. So, what does nervous energy taste like?
Tastes like Canadian whiskey, I think.
Does that taste like Canadian whiskey though?
The thing is, what does Canadian whiskey taste like?
This is the question. This is what I was going to ask. Like, so when I found out about the 111 rule, you know, one part, I had to buy a book on Canadian whiskey. I've got it over there.
This is actually really appropriate, because one of the drinks I've brought actually is a Canadian whiskey drink.
Which one?
The whiskey highball. Genuinely, yeah.
How do you make it?
You pour it in a highball with ice and soda.
This one?
Nope, the other one. So we can actually follow up on that.
So, whiskey highball. Ooh, Rye Collins. I love the designs on the front.
Yeah, we got these designs made for our...
Can we...
I don't know, can you zoom?
Do I have the capacity to do...
Just hold it to the camera. No, that's too bright, man. Maybe. Yeah, these drawings were designed by a woman who did our cocktail menu. So she came up and did some fantastic things. The whole, like the theme behind these, we did loads of like Soho-based things. We did lots of Soho in the 50s, 60s, and 70s was the theme of the menu. So she did loads of artwork of like people dancing in the 70s, old clubs that used to exist, old coffee shops that used to exist, and these kind of things as well. So these arts are really, really cool for it.
Fucking cool, dude. The more you look at it, the more...
Have
you thought about having that blown up and put into a print?
We've got like a proper like A3 one, which we did for Irish Coffee, which is a full page kind of one, which we were actually going to sell in lockdown, but we couldn't find a printer that was open to print it properly. So
all you need is a high quality print.
Well, we can do it now because all the printers are open. But yeah.
You should have talked to us. You know, my wife's dad is a printer. He didn't close throughout all of COVID.
Honestly, I wish I'd known that, because our printer
was cycling to the shop.
Mia thankfully points out Helena, whose Instagram I couldn't remember when I was talking there.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love that Mia's like not able to physically be here.
I know.
But is still here. She's still here. She's micromanaging us from afar. All right. And Electra's watching as well.
I saw that, yeah.
How lucky are we?
I know, we're very lucky.
Like, because I know Electra's super busy, and so is Mia.
Yeah.
So they're both they're probably watching us as well. Yeah. I like the micromanagement. It makes life easier.
It does unless you disagree.
But, I mean, if I disagree, I just disagree. How far,
what does it say in the back? I think it says 7 this one, so that's what, I think 70 mils or so, but I think we can be a bit generous.
But, wait, serve over ice with soda, serve 7.
So if there's 7 in the bottle, it's a 500 mil, so it's a 70 mil pour. So
It's a 70 mil pour.
yeah.
Damn.
But I reckon your highballs are quite big, so maybe I'd extend it a
Yeah,
bit. So,
I'm gonna pour 60 and then add a dash. Oh
Yeah.
wait.
I
I'm
reckon
just
you can put up to 80 or so.
Okay, that's 75.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be accurate because Mitch gives me shit about like, when did you stop being a good bartender and start just like pouring shit randomly? And I'm like, when I was bartending in my home and no one's paying me. Like,
Pretty much that, yeah.
you know Stuart Hudson with the whole like, he's the slowest bartender in the world until you pay him to do rematch. You know what I mean? He's like, if you're not paying me to go fast, I'm not going fast.
There's a reason you got holiday tattooed on him, you know?
I thought it was because he kept going on holiday.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, but he does that behind the bar as well.
Yeah, he takes vacation station if he has the opportunity. So I've just realised I ran out of mini soda cans. So I've had to go over to the backup mini soda can fridge.
I could have done that, man, while you're on camera. You could have ad-libbed that.
That's all right. Oh my God.
Alright.
There's more flies. There's 2 flies now. So I have a fruit fly problem all around the whole house. There's like basically a garden full of fruit. And the flies are setting in as it gets warm. And like, yeah, you seen they were outside, right? At the
Yeah,
front
but they
door.
weren't fruit flies, they were bottle flies. Those
Oh,
are-
really?
Yeah, man.
Jesus.
But that's like actual fruit, though. Like, I mean. Also, they were probably after the food we ordered.
Yeah. Cabin does smell now.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Was it meant to have garnish?
You can squeeze a lemon on it if you want.
Oh,
but-
that tastes nice. So it's rye whiskey?
Well, it's lot 40, so it's Canadian
Yeah.
rye whiskey. So, well,
And then what else?
there is a Swedish ice cider in there. It's from Västerbotten, which is about 20 miles from where Mia's from. Actually, that's complete coincidence. We just happened to get a good ice cider that's from there. There's a little bit of buckwheat honey and chamomile tea.
Nice.
Dead easy. Yeah.
It's really good. I've seen little bits in it.
That's the honey. That's the honey.
Very cool. How's the bottled cocktail thing been going?
During lockdown, we went really well. Actually, it went quite well. Like when I came down here and dropped a couple off for you, if you remember. It certainly kept us busy. There's no doubt on that.
Well, are you still doing it?
We're still doing it. We don't sell as many now because we're back open, but obviously we still have a market for people who can't come to Swift or people who are just still a bit tentative about coming out, which is completely fair.
Do you think the bottled cocktail thing will continue?
I hope so. It's a good angle.
Because personally, for me, I think if bars were able to like build bread, I genuinely think some bartenders are just brilliant brand builders. Like
Yeah.
they're really good at marketing. They've spent every day that they're working, they're behind here and they're interacting with loads and loads and loads of end consumers. So
Yep.
they kind of know what people want.
Yep, I think that's reasonable.
So if you got good at building brands, like the logos, the drawings on that bottle, brilliant.
Yeah.
And you started selling it. If one of them like took off, and it got to the point where the volume was far beyond what you were capable of, but you negotiated to make sure that you were able to like scale up without losing the flavor profile that you were after. It could be like a genuine side venture for
genuinely,
whoever's created
you
the
absolutely
drink.
could. And the way we actually made this was deliberately because we are a lemon juice bar. We're not a citric acid bar. So we're like, our terms of preservatives are not like, we're not, honestly, I don't know a huge amount about preservatives. So we did all these to be sustainable. Like, I mean, every bottle of drink we put in there, like, it could sit on your cupboard, on your shelf for 2 months and it'd be fine, you know?
Yeah.
So in terms of scaling up, it is literally stuff from bottles
It's
into other
more
bottles.
of the things.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's
It
more
doesn't
of
get more technically.
No. It's not
difficult.
like when you have to scale up like a fruit flavored vodka, for example. You know, if you infuse it yourself in a bar, it's going to infinitely taste better than a mass marketed thing, and that's not the fault of the mass marketed product. That is just like, you can't do like a fresh raspberry vodka on a large scale. You just can't do it without throwing in a bunch of preservatives or whatever.
Okay. So when you talk about large scale, what's large scale to you? Because I know Swift and you guys focus on the people that come into the room and that's it, but they're not like enormous venues.
No, we're not. No.
So what's large scale for you?
Well, large scale is bigger than a venue, for example.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you are going into production for something like that, then it becomes very difficult. Like, I mean, that's why you don't get fresh pineapple in liqueurs, for example. It's very difficult to keep that.
Yeah,
So-
and pineapple goes off super fast.
exactly,
And it ferments
that kind of thing.
super easy.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I was meant to have pineapple today, and I didn't get my pineapple, which kind of threw the fino colada.
Oh,
Everything
you were
else, I know.
You were going to make a pina colada, weren't you?
I was. It's not going to happen
we
now.
could get one of those cans and just shove some
No,
sherry in it.
but but the thing is, like, the pineapple that I got tastes like nothing.
What? Oh,
It's
so you
hard-
did get a pineapple, you just weren't happy with it.
Okay, I'm not. Well, yeah, so I'm not
No.
doing one.
Fair enough.
It's as simple as that. So, right, question number 2 of all the. I was meant to write. I was going to write questions on that whiteboard
Yeah.
that threw you out loads. Like,
Well, you're going to write things there just to fuck with me.
Yeah.
Alright.
That was the plan. Like, how many times do you have sex every day? Like, one answer. 3 to 9, 9 to 18. you know what I mean? Like, and be like, and have it like, lead question. I know you've been busy lately. How has that affected your life? You know what I mean? And
Oh, like you want a
yeah.
multiple choice on that one. You know what?
So it like,
I should point out
and
that
it like leads to different things. But and the idea was that you would look at that and go, fuck, I hope he doesn't ask me any of those questions. That's
quite funny,
Yeah.
but also let's not forget you didn't have that written when I arrived, and you also said you were going to write it. Like, I mean, like the point of you writing these while I'm sitting here watching you write that surely would defeat the joke.
No.
You'd just be more for it.
I thought that was going to be the fun part. Because if I stayed stone cold, like flat face, like it was a serious
There
thing.
you go.
like it wasn't a thing.
That's your tough bit, being able to broken you.
Huh?
I'd have made you laugh. There's no
No
way.
way.
Yeah, man.
Mate, I would have written them like it was not even a thing. I would have just imagined something really like, what's scary? Something sad.
Something
I would
sad?
imagine something sad.
You would
I would imagine something sad. You wouldn't have been able to make me laugh.
sad.
Where was I going with this? What question was I going to ask? Damn! So, you've opened a bar recently. I remember I had this plan. This is what we had to eat, right? Because when you start a show with no plan, you have to eat. Dan,
Because otherwise you forget your questions.
There was a question. There was a question. You know what? I think the question was something along the lines of, you've opened a bar, you're super busy, everything's going crazy. Second bar, how much time do you have to devote to the news that's happening? And of that news, right, given the shape of the world at the moment and what we're getting in actual news, how much time has to then be put into finding out whether that news is real or fake, right?
That is,
'Cause I mean-
that is like a multifaceted
It's
question.
such a
You've
deep
got there.
question. Right, question number 1, have you been watching the news lately? Question number 2, do you think that we're in a computer program and the people programming the computer are making the real world seem more and more like a joke just to try to see how many of us think we're in a computer program now?
Question 1. I'm aware of what's going on in the world, but the news is a point of contention. There's an element of skepticism with whatever source you need to to do. 2, no, I don't think it's a computer program, because that would have to be some sadistical bastards that are doing that right now, you know.
To make the fake news.
To make all these kind of things, like everything that's going on in the world, someone just goes, yeah, let's just...
Dude, okay. So, bear with me, everyone. I'm just going to ask him if he's seen this, and then I'm going to push a button, and then it'll play the this, right? And when we think we've had enough of the this, we're going to stop it. But, you know, we're basically going to play a piece of news. We might get cut off for copyright. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Oh, God, I hope I have.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You have to respond to this when it ends.
Is this... Yeah,
right?
like...
I'm not going to say anything the whole time.
All right.
Take a look at some of the... We're going to look.
Let's look.
And if you look at death...
Yeah. It's started to go up
Here's
again.
one. Well, right here, the United States is lowest in numerous categories. We're lower than the world.
Lower than
We're
the
lower
world?
than
What is that?
Europe.
In what?
Look.
In what?
Take a look. Right here. Here's case death.
Oh, you're doing death as a proportion of cases. I'm talking about death as a proportion of population. That's where the US is really bad.
Well,
Much worse than South Korea, Germany, etc.
you can't do that. You have
Why
to go.
can't I do that?
You have to go by. You have to go by where. Look, here is the United States. You have to go by the cases. The cases.
Why
are
not
there.
as a proportion of
when we have
population?
somebody. What it says is when you have somebody that
Yeah.
has where there's a case.
Oh, okay.
The people that live
Sure.
from
Oh.
those cases.
It's surely a relevant statistic to say if the US has X population and X percentage of death of that population
No,
versus
because you
South
have to
Korea.
go by the cases.
Well, look at South Korea,
If-
for example. 51 million population, 300 deaths. It's like, it's
You-
crazy
you don't
compared to
know
other
that.
countries. I do. It's
You
on the.
don't know
it's-
that.
You think they're faking their statistics? South Korea,
I
an
won't get
advanced
into
country.
that because I have a very good relationship
Yeah.
with the country, but you don't know that. And they have spikes. Look, here's
Germany,
one.
low,
Here's
9,000.
one. Here's one right here, United States. You take
Anyway.
the number of cases.
Okay.
Now look, we're last, meaning we're first.
Last, I don't know
We
what
have
we're
the
first
best.
in. As a what?
Take a look
Okay,
again. It's
I just-
cases,
Okay.
and we have cases because of the testing. Wait,
1,000 Americans are dying a day, but I understand. I understand on cases it's different.
no, but you're not reporting it correctly, Jonathan.
I think I am, but
If you take a look at this other chart, look, this is our testing, I believe. This is the testing, yeah.
yeah, we do more tests.
No, wait a minute. Well, don't we get credit for that? And because we do more tests, we have more cases. In other words, we test more, we have... Now, take a look. The top one, that's a good thing, not a bad thing.
But-
The top, Jonathan.
If hospital
top
rates were
is
going
cases.
down and deaths were going down, I'd say terrific. You deserve to be praised for
Well, they
testing,
don't
but they're
even-
all going
you know,
up.
they very rarely
Hospital,
talk-
60,000.
I can't get over that.
So,
It's like the third time I've seen it, and I can't.
Oh, it's the third time you've seen it?
Promise you, I'm still laughing at it. It's
I just can't understand. This is right. How certain are you we're not in a computer program and right? Because I genuinely I've thought a few times that maybe, right? You know the Truman Show.
yeah.
That maybe we're all in a the world might even be real, like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where it's a computer. The world might very well be real, but actually we're created so that people can like watch us and laugh at us. Right? Like,
Okay.
man,
I got some regretful things that Tina did then. Jesus.
Well, I'm just saying, I've been hit by a car 3 times.
Hit by a car
I
3
got,
times.
Yeah, I got hit in the head with a baseball bat. I got septicemia. They told my wife I was going to die. I come out of it the next day. So was it like, will Dean die?
Tune in
Vote
next
to
week.
keep him in.
Oh my God.
And there's like a superior alien race going, save the guy! He's entertaining!
Oh my God, you need-
At the very least, he's entertaining. And other people are like, I hate that guy!
You need-
He's too loud!
You need Justin Roiland on this next time, don't you?
What?
You need
I don't know.
Rick and
Like,
Morty,
I'm not
Rick
doing
and Morty
Rick and-
creator. You need him because
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
you need.
you know, he'd be the hardest person ever to get on a talk show.
Oh, I don't know. You can just.
That would be my dream. Justin Roiland and Dale DeGroff.
What? Together?
And then you, Bobby, you could be the third person.
Look, I'm here. You don't need to try and keep praising me. It's all good, man.
Would be pretty cool though. You'd like to have Dale on the show, right?
I think so.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so answer the question.
What's the
Are we
question?
in a computer program?
No, we're not.
Damn it.
Where it might be in a TV show, not a computer program. Like that clip of Trump could have been.
That's.
That could have been the thick of it. That absolutely could have been.
I
That could have been Armando Iannucci.
I thought it was
really
deep fake at first.
Like, genuinely, like it.
I thought it was fake. I still can't believe it's real.
And Leo, yeah, Leo DeGroff as well, definitely.
Dale and Leo.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. Dale and Leo on the show is my dream. I was trying to figure out how do I say to them, hey, I want to do this show and have you guys on it. I think the best way would be to fly to New York with the kit and set it up in a bar that's like...
I mean, you could.
And then they could go to that bar. And it would be much more comfortable. Like, for them. Instead of flying here and going to someone's house.
We've got top commenter for the day, definitely.
Yeah, so, Mia, thank you for commenting all the time. This is great. So, one last thing, right? Were we going to make another drink? Can you make a drink? Would you make a drink on the show and be the first person? Would you be the first person to come behind and make a drink on the show?
Am I?
I don't know.
Someone must have done it.
Did Paul McFadden make a drink? No, Paul had no mic.
Paul had. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to do it?
Sure, why not?
It's a bit of a mess behind here.
I've been behind it before. It's
Mitch, to answer your questions, it was chicken yakisoba noodles. And Bobby had vegetarian yakisoba noodles.
Which were also very good.
Which were good.
What am I making?
I'm supposed to ask you that question.
That's a good question, isn't it?
You can make anything you want. I'll tell you where stuff is.
Alrighty.
This is going to be so much fun.
It is going to be fun. I could do the show-offy thing and make something from my bar, but that's kind of...
Yeah, no, fuck that. Make something from your bar.
But now I need to...
Like, dude, imagine...
But this is also someone else's bar, so finding things on someone else's
What
bar,
things do you need?
I don't know yet.
I don't really know where everything is.
Well, that's not encouraging.
It doesn't help. So I removed 2 rows of booze.
Okay.
So see down there, and like all along the top of there, that's
Yeah.
all booze that was behind the bar before.
Okay. Just more space.
Yeah, I'm trying to clean it up.
Why?
Because if I'm messy on the show,
Right.
but the bar is clean, then at least there's some balance.
What am I going to make?
So what would you like to make? You're on the spot.
I'll do something classic-ish.
Mia said layer something.
I could absolutely just... No.
Mia said Dean versus Bobby. Oh, do a rematch. Whoa.
Honestly, like...
Do you know how much
Do you know how
rum
much
would
shit?
be
You know,
wasted?
yeah, do you know how many times you've told me how bullshit rematch is, honestly, and then suddenly we get us on the show when you're not here?
Oh, do you know what? Next time, can you come back on the show again? Because I've just I've just had an idea. Is that all right?
Not me.
Not today, but would you be back on the show again later?
Yeah, of course.
Right, I just had an idea. To do the Fast and the Curious.
Talk to me. What's Fast and Curious?
Fast and the Curious is like you've got a card shuffling machine,
All right.
and then you've got 2 decks of cards, or
Right.
1 deck of cards split in 2.
Right.
Right? And on the deck of cards, you have 50 different cocktail recipes.
Like Nightjar.
No, like it's all classics.
Okay, but-
Manhattan, Cuba Libre.
Okay, so
You know,
it's-
like it's 50 cocktails you should know.
Gotcha, right?
And then if there's 2 decks, the second deck is from the first one is the 50 every bartender should know. Mm-hmm. The second one is from 51 to 100 that everyone should know.
Okay.
Right? And you press the shuffling machine and you shuffle them 3 times.
Okay.
And then the bartender, right? So if you're the bartender,
Yep.
takes them out, puts them face down, 5 cards, like poker,
Yeah.
and then we start a timer, and there's a chess timer, right?
Okay, so it's one,
And there's 1 minute on one side
Okay.
and 5 on the other. So you got 5 minutes, and the 1 minute is stoppage time,
Okay.
right? And if you say, for example, you didn't have an ingredient, you can press the stoppage time, and you've got a minute for someone to find it and give it to you, because you know competitions, that shit happens.
Yeah, it does happen.
And then you press the go button, and you've got 5 minutes to make as many cocktails as you can. And every time you pull one of the cards and open it, and you finish it, you put it here, and then another one is drawn from the shuffle and put down face down. You can turn it over at your own pace.
I would do that.
And then
Is, is this one of your
Wait.
UBC ideas that came up?
This is a new version. It's called
Okay.
the Fast and the Curious. And then there's a secondary one with a different person turning them over.
Over here.
Over here.
Okay.
And it has knowledge questions. What's the ABV of Angostura bitters?
44.7.
Right? But you can gain.
How is that still in my head?
It might be 5. It might be 5 points for each cocktail, but it's like an extra point for each knowledge. So if you're banging away cocktails, you can keep turning knowledge.
Yeah. Okay.
Hit
right.
me, hit me, hit me, hit me, and you
I
can, and they
see.
read it out and you answer it.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I would do that.
Would you do it?
Yeah, 100%. I'll do that.
Next time.
I'll do that.
I'll fine tune the equipment. We'll practice it next time when you're here.
Dana,
we got
Dana, I need some
absinthe
orange
so
bitters
far.
here.
Orange bitters.
Yeah.
There's the Suze one.
No, you've got red.
you-
I don't see the Suze orange.
Come back towards me. Well, there's Regan's orange bitters as well, no?
Probably where?
There should be. Dude, you know,
You know what? Spanish works.
Gaz come here and was like, where's my orange bitters? I was like, oh. And I had so much of it before he arrived. But I actually gave it away to people. I kept bringing it with me to countries that didn't have Regan's orange.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, when you travel,
Yeah, of course.
you
Yeah.
go to a place, like, what can you not get? Ooh, that was very fancy.
Was it?
Are we catching this? Yeah, we got it.
Right.
Fast and the Curious Beta Edition. And Diogo, I would normally, if I was able to, do the foil, the wrap with the holes.
Wrap with the buttholes.
Well, wrap with the holes. But if you ever actually come here, outside, there's so much going on with the flies. There's so many thousands of them outside that actually, as soon as you start pouring something, it's like you open a bottle of wine and pour a glass, and they follow you in here.
Right. Irish.
Irish, up there,
Where are you?
intermittent kind of.
Intermittent Irish. Gotcha.
There's Row & Co, there's Jemieson's 12.
Where are you? I'm right in front of my face. Never mind.
Yeah, so right there.
Jim 12.
And then if you go further to the left,
Yeah, I see it,
they're
I
all
see it.
sideways,
Yeah,
but
I
there's
see
all the
it.
Tullamore Jews.
Gotcha.
And
No.
then there's the green spot.
Oh, you know what the green spot may work. No,
Keep going right
Jim 12 works
behind
great.
gas is the green
Jim-
spot.
Jim 12 works great. It's fine. I see it. But yeah.
Jemieson's 12.
James
Okay.
12.
I don't have castmates.
It's alright. We got all of it.
You got all the castmates? Which one's the best one?
No comment. Da. God, you know what it's like being on someone else's bar?
What do you need now?
Something funky. That'll do.
Ooh,
Right. So this.
very interesting.
So this drink, I absolutely do not exist. I did not invent, but I'm convinced. But I have not found any evidence of it. I believed for ages it was a drink from like the 1890s or something. It was a drink called the whist cocktail.
The whist.
Whist, like the card game whist. That's what you, when you're talking about cards, that's what made me think of it.
Okay.
And I was like, what? And yeah, it's a classic. It's or classic style. It's basically funky rum, whiskey, using Irish because of that. Sweet vermouth, curacao, bitters, absinthe.
Wow.
Right. So it's very kind of classic in style. And I have absolutely I've tried to find history of it and I cannot find it anywhere.
But where did you?
I don't know. I don't know.
There needs to be some sort of like
There's
website.
got to be some. If only there was a place where people like
Uploaded their recipes.
Exactly. And I've only done one, so I'm going to do 2 wee ones actually. That makes sense. So
Okay, so there's the pink ones there. Oh, those ones are small
These are
enough.
small,
But
these are
but if
small
you need smaller, like the next rack along on the very top.
I
see
don't
there?
think it's that small, but
You all right?
should be right.
It doesn't matter if the tide's out a little bit. Mitch said #jigger.
#jigger.
And Daniel Kaisen said stop with the trappy questions, Dean.
Oh, you can trap all you want. A wee bit of citrus fruit, a wee bit of orange maybe.
What?
Yeah, fruit. Like an orange would be great.
No, I don't bring fruit into the bar. I brought
That makes
a bag of
complete
fruit.
sense. You know what? Yeah, there you go. That's
Yeah,
fine.
see
That's
the
fine.
one
That's
tied
fine.
up?
That's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I
Absolutely
keep
fine.
the bar free of fruit because of the
Because of the flies, it
fucking
makes
outside,
complete
yeah,
sense,
the fruit
doesn't it?
flies. It's
There you go.
insane at the moment.
100%. No, that's fine.
Didn't happen before. It's like the last week.
Was it me? Did I do it?
No, no. It's because I can't. You see the raspberries outside? Remember I was pointing them out? Like
Yeah.
I can't pick them fast enough, so they start to like turn and
Really?
they drop on the floor, and then you get like rotten raspberries. Yeah, what's a favourite Irish whiskey, Bobby?
Christ. All day is Redbreast 12. It's got to be.
Yes.
It's got to be, man.
I'll
on,
have
go on.
to go slow.
That was sensual.
I
That
was
was.
going to be like, wow!
And then you'd have knocked out my
I
hands.
love Redbreast.
Redbreast 12 is great, man.
Yeah. Dude, this drink's spectacular.
It's really nice, isn't it? I
It's
cannot
got a
like
candied licorice sort of flavour to it.
a couple dashes of absinthe in it.
But it's not. But it doesn't taste like absinthe, dry absinthe. It's like sweet licoricey. Like, oh man.
Yeah, it's the funk of the rum funk. I mean,
Wow. What's it called?
whist.
WHIST.
Yeah. And I didn't name it. I didn't come up with a recipe.
How did you know
I
it?
don't know. I don't know.
So God gave you the recipe.
No, I think
Because if this was like 1,000 years ago,
No,
you'd
no,
be
no.
like,
This could have been like my instinct is
You were
it was
drunk?
no, my instinct it was a dead rabbit recipe of some sort. Like found of that, but like I did a shit ton of research when I was there
Did you
about
ask the
finding
Dead
these
Rabbit
things.
guys?
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah,
and they don't remember. Maybe you come up with it.
I promise.
pitched it
I
for a
like.
menu.
I mean, if this ever goes into the future, yes, I did. No, of course I didn't. No, like.
But how can you say that?
I-
You don't remember where you remember it from. It was Truman's recipe. What does that
I mean,
mean?
I knew all you need
What's
to do.
Truman's recipe? Diogo is probably way
All you need
smarter
to
than
do
both of us.
is say something incorrect on the internet, and then someone will correct you immediately. That's the law.
So wait, we'll do a snapshot of this. Here's a recipe that Bobby Hiddleston. Oh no.
The professionals here, Dean.
Hey Freddie.
Okay, your Freddy's calling.
Hello. Hello Freddie.
Hey, Dean.
Hey, Freddy.
Hey, Bobby's with me.
Bobby.
Hey, mate.
Bobby Hiddleston.
Yeah. You doing, man?
Did you hear the nervous man?
That was a nervous laugh, wasn't it?
What's going on, Freddie?
Just give me a quick call about tomorrow as I'm sort of nearly in Glasgow now.
So do me a favor, give me a list of all the things I need to do, and I will get them done.
This is part of the show.
You got that?
Because I'm live on the internet.
And so are you, Freddy.
Yeah.
Don't swear, don't say bugger or shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'll call you directly the moment I'm off this. Yeah.
What? Love you.
All right. So it's love you too, man.
Bye,
See you
Freddie.
soon. Bye. All right. Damn it! I had my phone on silent,
No, you
but
didn't.
it went
Clearly
to
you
the
didn't.
computer. How funny is that? Right. We should probably wrap this up. So, is there anything that you can see that you haven't tasted before that you would like to taste?
There's a lot of things behind me that I can see that I've never tasted before.
What-
If I tasted everything I've never tasted before, you wouldn't get your taxes done later on today. That's not going to happen. Like,
I can get my taxes done in the early of the morning.
I mean, there's a lot. I'll not lie. There's you've got a good back party.
Yeah, but what piques your interest?
Genuinely, this Canadian one that was front and center. That I was like, what?
That's the one I can't.
the only
open
one
it.
you can't. Oh, the one.
So basically,
I reckon there's probably a couple others.
So
that I can't open.
Signal Hill was sent to me.
Yeah.
Which means that like I want to do something with it, but I don't. I want to do something with it when I open it. You know what I mean? Like if I open it and I'll start drinking it, and then I'm like, oh hey guys from Signal Hill, like thanks for sending me this, and it's half empty. You never know. So because they sent me that,
Yeah.
and I really love Bareface, I
Yeah.
thought to myself, like, Canadian whiskey, if that's as good as Bareface, and like, or even just like slightly different, but like has its own different things, I'm like, why have I been sleeping on Canadian whiskey? And I thought to myself, Canadian Club. What happened to Canadian Club?
It was the second most called for spirit in the Savoy.
Right? What now?
How useless fact is that? It's another useless fact.
But when was that?
1930, like 44
Okay.
references, yeah.
Okay, but now,
Huh.
what happened?
Not much. Oh,
When
yeah.
I first started bartending, Canadian Club was on every back bar.
It was, well, do you want to go into history on this one? Like, there was, like, it was ruined by Prohibition, basically.
No, I mean, when I started bartending, people still talked about Canadian Club all the time. They considered it a rye, incorrectly, but like it was on every back bar. In the last 10 to 15 years, it seems to me it's disappeared.
Yeah.
Whether it's only from our world, they're like people that are absorbed
It's the
in
same.
bartending.
It's the same reason you don't Morgan Spiced in your reel, man. It's the same. It's the
What
same
happened
thing.
to
Yeah.
Morgan Spiced?
Nothing's happened to Morgan Spiced. It's still there.
So we can open the Canadian club because as a result of being interested in comparing against what I knew and what I didn't know. So Pikes Creek, I've never tasted.
Oh, Pikes Creek's great.
Yeah, but I haven't tasted it, right? That particular one. But I've tasted Canadian Club, but it hasn't been tasted for 15 years. I haven't tasted
You've not
Canadian
tasted,
Club
that's
for
it.
so long.
I should point out, you know Jose Manuel, who was at like best man at my wedding, lives in Australia. We call
Yeah.
him. Before pre-COVID, he was planning on opening a Canadian whiskey bar. So
Okay.
I don't know if that's still happening because
But he's a genius. So
Manuel,
he might
he's
see something.
secret genius. You wouldn't know what to look at him. You look
Why?
because he always looks stoned. But
But you can have a stoned genius.
you absolutely can have a stoned genius. It's proven. Yeah,
I
definitely.
was going to say Elon Musk, but
Like, I mean,
I was
like,
second guessing his genius level.
oh, he's definitely a genius, but he's also mental.
I think all of them are.
Do you want to crack some CC to try?
No, well, I want you to try whatever you want,
That's the thing. Okay.
and we'll also try CC. But I think
Dylan DeGroff hates Pikesville. I'm loving these comments today. Make a Drambuie cocktail. By the way, you know he's got Drambuie in the rail.
he
You know this?
hates Pikesville or Pikes Creek.
Pikesville or Pikes Creek? Because that's Pike Creek. That's not Pikesville.
But let us know, please. Which one does Dale hate? Same as no Stoli in the rail. Good point. There's no Stoli anymore.
He is wrong. It is delicious.
Okay. So what is it? What is it?
I don't know, man. Like you've thrown just like you know when
How is that the hardest question?
it is when someone asks you like play a song. You'd be like, I have no idea. Play a song to all of us.
Come Together Right Now by the Beatles.
Okay, you got that. No.
Boom.
What do you want to listen to right now? I have no idea.
I want to listen to Led Zeppelin Immigrant Song.
Oh, you speak French. Say something. Oh, for fuck's sake. Like,
No. That's so nice.
it's one of these.
Come on,
It's
man,
one of these questions. It's one of these questions to get dropped.
We've got to close the show.
All right, I'll do some whiskey then. All right. I need whiskey.
No, you need to just pick one that you look at and go, I want to taste that. Also, I recommend taking down the first row of Balvenis from the 25 to the 14.
You know, I've tried most. I've tried these.
No, behind them.
Oh, you want to go behind them?
Yeah, look.
What do you want to
Right.
get?
So take out the 17.
All right. Oh,
See?
the tons. Yeah, you got
Ah.
some secret tons.
And
I
then,
see.
like,
I see.
Yeah, see?
I see. Yeah, but I'm not opening your fucking rare ones, am I? Like,
They're already open. Drink them.
well, they're definitely
they'll
not.
oxidise.
Like that, lad. It's fucking.
We have to
It's whiskey.
No, but it will oxidize.
Like in 30 years, it will. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Right. Fuck it.
Oh,
Be of a choice. Cheers.
the green one.
There you
Wasn't even the gold one. Dude, the gold one's fucking special.
go. Is it? I've not tried either of them.
Oh, all right. The gold one now.
Apparently, the gold one is the one to have.
Yeah, look, it's got dust on it. That's how long it's been since I've even considered opening it. Oh, the story for these is amazing. Oh, can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Can you see the tiny bottle of just the behind that, the tiny bottle of Japanese? Yeah, that one as well.
Tony Uichi, yeah.
Yeah, so if we can do one of those.
Well, I did.
like,
I did spot that.
a
but I'm
little
not-
sample of each.
I didn't.
right?
I didn't want to break into your long dead
No, okay,
Japanese
but,
whiskey.
But watch this. Look. So grab like 3 each. So we'll try each of them as each. And also we're going to try Joe's liqueur after this. So that was why I really wanted us to eat. Because
I can see.
I thought it was super important because then we can just have fun instead of being concerned about alcoholism.
Mia, you spelled Pikesville wrong twice.
But it might be autocorrect.
No, that's
Okay, so
that's auto Swede.
So yeah, 2 of those, and then put that one in front so we don't forget. This is fun. It's so good having someone else here.
It justifies the alcoholism.
I think the thing with Paul McFadden was my first actual sitting guest since I started doing a live show. And the thing with Paul was really difficult because he didn't have a mic.
Right, Joe's having. We need. Yes, Joe. We need some in Swift.
We're gonna try Joe's.
All right. So what do you want to do?
Right, so,
in order. So we got Yuichi.
So let me
Yuichi.
tell you the story.
That's a bit of a beast. So I'd say probably
Gold, green.
probably in order actually. Yeah, in that order. Yeah.
Okay. So, story of these. I'm in Japan. And I had a list of products I couldn't get in the UK. It was like ages ago. And I was traveling all around. And as I was traveling around, I was with Mr. Tori, who was the owner of Sanyo Busen, which is a distributor in Japan. And Mr. Tori is called Mr. Tori because his surname is Suntory, same family, right? And the guy is super lovely, has a translator and everything. And he was really nice to me, but I think I broke a few rules. I broke a few rules where I was like, basically, we went to a bar that I fell in love with the moment I walked in there, and I refused to leave. And we had 5 other bars we were meant to visit.
And you just stayed.
It was like 7 p.m. and I stayed until like 1 in the morning when it closed. But the interesting thing was, everyone else had to stay. So Xavier Padovani was like, dude, hey, these are our hosts. You're going to ruin your career. You're going to get fired. And I'm like, I don't care about getting fired. I don't want to be a global brand ambassador if I can't stay in a bar that I like. Right? So I was like, fire me. And they tried to leave without me, but he had a translator, so I held the translator. I wouldn't let the translator leave because I needed to be able to speak to the bartender.
Oh, wow.
Turns out the bartender, have you ever heard of Bar Hiromatsu? Hiromatsu? It was Bar Hiromatsu.
Okay.
So this guy has like 3 different fridges at different temperatures, freezers at different temperatures, so that like different ice he'll use for different things.
That's
And he
particularly
has plastic
Japanese thing,
shakers, and he has like all these techniques, but he made me some of the best drinks I've ever had in my life, and they were classics. Like, I tried every classic. As soon as I tasted his sidecar, I was like, I have to taste them all, right? Very Pokemon of me. But a few hours of me being super passionate about everything led to him being like, let me show you something. And the wall opened up, and behind it were 1960s Glenfiddich bottles, like Grants from the early 70s. Like, he was like, you work for William Grants. Oh, here's Glenfiddich 8-year-old from when they still called it Pure Malt, like one of the first editions. And unopened, and he opened it and only charged us the equivalent of about 8 or 10 pounds a shot. So suddenly, like, Mr. Tori was like, oh shit, this is all right. At the end of my trip, I had been searching for Ichiro's malt everywhere, especially the gold one. And in Japan, you couldn't get it. And the little one was basically extinct.
It's definitely extinct, yeah.
You could not get it anywhere, right? So those 2 were 2 of the ones that were missing from my list. I bought everything else I could. But when I went to leave, Mr. Tori, I did it. The final training session I did was with his sales team. And as I went to leave, one of his sales guys came up and said, these are gifts from Mr. Tori. He knows you were looking for them. These are from his personal collection. And also, this one. It's only little, but, you know, this one is very special. Like, we can't find many of this, so.
No.
And I was like, fucking wicked, guys. Like, because the sales guy followed me around translating when I was trying to find these whiskeys. And then, made it so. They made it so.
Yuichi 10 is great stuff. By the way, this would make a fucking great cheater bottle.
That's a great one.
A little great cheater bottle would be so good with them.
do you want to have it when it's empty?
No, I'd need like 100 of them, but no. Unless you can meet another 99 Mr. Tories, then no.
No,
but it's offers appreciation. No, I think so.
Should we try the second one?
Yep.
So how much do you know about these?
Bits and pieces. Like, I mean, I've not tried them. I know this. I know that a lot of these is going to be Hanyu in here.
Going to be
The Hanyu distillery. A lot of these is going to be in here because Ichiro, and yeah, a lot of this is Hanyu, and a lot of this is.
That smells amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's like toffee cherry, almost like a Sauterne cask.
You didn't see it coming in, but the cherry tree, for the first time ever, since we've been here 5 years, you know that giant cherry tree outside? It's making cherries. Like real cherries. I ate one earlier. They're delicious.
Oh, that's good.
It's so good, isn't it?
Oh, that's.
That's why I was like, you getting just the green one? Get the gold one. Yeah. See, look.
Yeah, because these show up on auctions every now and again. The Mizunara wood one. This one does. Different bottle.
Do they?
Yeah, different bottle, but yeah, in a bottle that's shape. But yeah, it comes up.
I think that one's older.
It probably, honestly, probably is. But they come up on auctions from time to time. So
It's good, huh? It's really good. All right, so what do we have next?
Yuichi 10. Like, I mean, the Yuichis. I know quite a good chunk about the Yuichis.
The thing is, all that matters is how does it taste. It
Yeah.
tastes so good.
And it's delicious.
It
Yeah,
tastes so good.
and it's really good.
Like,
Yeah, this was the Japanese they discontinued it because the Japanese are having a heart attack about supply and demand about 5 years ago.
oh.
Yeah, like it is really good. Like, I mean, they tried to recreate it with the single malt ones.
This is it.
Oh, it's great. Oh, it's really good.
It's like sweet tobacco as well. Like, I kind of want to break out a cigar. Like,
You can. I mean,
do you smoke cigars?
I love cigar. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I love cigar.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This is the extended episode of the Dean Callan Show. Why does it not shock me? I bet you that's not even your only humidor.
It's actually not. The other one's shit, though. The other one's shit. Oh, please don't. What would work with this?
No, like Nika did.
What do you normally smoke?
Badly. I've no knowledge. I just enjoy them.
Oh, okay. Ooh. So maybe we'll go light.
Never regret having to do paperwork, says Mia.
All right. These ones are super yummy. Well, it's such a mess. I'm okay. We
Yes,
might have
Mitch,
to. We might
absolutely.
have to like find a nice, comfortable time.
Yeah.
We've done all of them? Have we tasted all?
We've gone through all three. Yeah.
Yeah. We should like find a way. So can you see? Wait. Get me my. Can you? Is there a blowtorch down there?
There's a giant one outside.
Outside?
Yeah, yeah. It's next to the thing that I thought was an angle grinder. It's not an angle grinder. The Mia and Electra show, yes, that would need to happen, definitely. Mia's insisting, Jesus! Some redneck bullshit, man, I love it.
It's not redneck. I got this from Don Lee.
Mia and Electra's basically this is definitely happening. This is Mia
Ready?
and Electra doing the. Don't point it at me, mate.
Stop worrying. I'm a professional. There you go. This is the coolest thing. All right. Have you still got some left?
Yeah, yeah, I got a price of everything. Yeah.
That's so funny. I went to Russia and I bought these cigarettes.
100.
A friend of mine wanted these cigarettes, and then he didn't want them anymore. By the time it got to a point where I like brought a carton of them back, and then suddenly he didn't want them. And then he did again, then he didn't.
It's definitely happening is the Mia and Electra aftermath show. That's definitely happening next.
Well,
Of the
thank
three-
you for coming down to join me.
Oh
It's
no,
the
thank you
third one.
thank you for having me. Of the three, it's got to be the Mizunara.
Gold's pretty good, right?
Pretty solid, yeah.
Yeah. Mine's gone. Can you pour me another little tiny bit?
Yeah, of course I can.
Yeah, see, this one I couldn't find freaking anywhere, but I tasted it and I loved it.
The Mizunara.
Yeah, but so Mr. Toy like got me a bottle.
It's great and it is definitely rare, but it does show up at auctions every now and again.
At the time, I thought I could just go to a bottle shop and buy it.
No, it's not going to happen. That's like that time I tried to buy fucking George T. Stagg at a shop in New York, and like, they actually laughed at me.
Why?
Why?
You should just be like, why don't they just sell direct to us? Like, I want it. I have money. Just sell it to me. Why make life difficult?
Because supply and demand, they want it. Like you think they can't make more of them, more than they are? It's supply and demand. They like the demand, the second market. It keeps it exclusive. It's the.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's absolutely that.
Who's getting it? How much do they like it?
Well, then they do that, and then they go, oh, actually, you tried this. Here, try some Eagle Rare 10. It's great. Eagle Rare 10 is great.
Normal Eagle Rare is great.
Yeah, that is normal Eagle Rare 10, and it's great, and it is genuinely one of the best.
Is that Eagle Rare 10 years old?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what you're looking at, but if it's normal Eagle Rare, then yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Behind the left.
Right. Yeah,
Left?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Unless age 10. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that was 10 years
yeah,
old.
it's all 10.
Shit.
Nice.
On that note, we've forgotten altogether. Did you forget you were on show?
Oh, I'm definitely here. Like, I mean,
Alright. So if you look at see the little stream deck with the LED light things?
oh,
So-
you're trusting me with this, are you?
Not that one. Like, go that way. And then can you see outro? It says outro.
I do not. Oh, yeah, yes, yeah.
Yeah?
Press the outro button.
Push the outro button. Say, look at the camera. If you get in the frame, and then say something like, "This has been great. We're gonna drink whiskey and cognac and smoke cigars now."
That seems like a good plan. We're gonna
Yeah.
go.
And then press the outro button.
We're gonna
Be
drink
great.
whiskey. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. We love you all.
You're very good at this. You're very good.
You ordered what?